Good morning students, Sairam. Welcome to you all. And today we are going to start a new chapter from the book Social Science Ahead. And our today's topic and our today's new chapter is the Northern Mountains. Yes, in the previous chapters we have learned about the types of mountain, different types of mountain. And today we are going to learn about the Northern Mountain. And we will learn more about the importance of mountain and the categories of mountain ranges. Now we have learned in the previous chapter that what is mountain ranges? When mountains are present in the series or in the row are called mountain ranges. So in this chapter we are going to learn about the northern mountains and the mountain ranges and about the importance of mountain. So let's start our chapter. Children, for today our topic is the northern mountain. Yes, our today's topic is the northern mountain. We will learn about the northern mountain. Children, the northern mountain stretch like a great wall across the northern and northeastern part of our country. Here in this map you can see the northern part of our country having a mountain which work like a great wall across the north and northeast part of our country. Children, it includes the Karakoram, Ladakh and the Himalayan range of mountains. Yes, the Karakoram is a mountain range, the border of India, Pakistan and China. And the Ladakh and Himalayan range of mountain. Himalayan range of mountain. They are the highest mountain range in the world. Now you know what is mountain range? When mountains are present in a row, in a series, are called mountain ranges. So they are the highest mountain ranges in the world. Now, what is Himalaya? The mountain range covering north and northeast part of our country is called Himalayas. So you have seen in this map the mountain which cover our north and our northeast part is called Himalaya. The Himalaya is the highest mountain range in the world. Yes, this Himalaya range is the highest mountain range in the world. Children, now tell me, which is the highest mountain range in the world? Yes, very good. Himalayas is the highest mountain range in the world. Now our next topic is the extension of Himalaya, the length of Himalaya. Himalayas extend from 2500 kilometers from Jammu and Kashmir in the north to Arunachal Pradesh in northeast. So children, Himalaya extend from Jammu and Kashmir to in the north to the Arunachal Pradesh in the northeast. It is about 450 kilometers wide in Kashmir and narrow down to about 160 kilometers in the northeast. So children, what is the extent of Himalayas? It is 2,500 kilometers from Jammu and Kashmir in the north to the Arunachal Pradesh in northeast, and it is about 450 kilometers width in Kashmir, and it's go narrow. When it's moved down, it's go narrows, and it is about 160 kilometers in the northeast. Now, what is the meaning of Himalaya? The word Himalaya in Sanskrit means abode of snow. Abode means here a place of residence or home. So it is a home of snow, where a large part of Himalaya range is covered with snow throughout the years. So this series of mountain is covered with the snow throughout the years. That's why it's known as in the Sanskrit the abode of snow. The meaning in the Sanskrit of Himalaya is abode of snow, means the home of snow, where the mountain range, the Himalaya range, is covered with the snow throughout the year. The next topic is our mountain peaks. Now you have learned in the previous chapter what is peak. The highest point of mountain is known as peak. In the background picture you can see the top point of a mountain. A top point of a mountain is known as peak. So our topic is mountain peaks. Out of the 10 highest mountain peaks in the world, 9 peaks are in Himalayan range. Yes, the highest, then 10 highest mountain peak which is in the world, and out of that 9 peaks are in the Himalaya range. The highest mountain peak is Mount Everest, which is in Nepal. It is about 8,848 meters high. Yes, the height of a highest mountain peak is 8,848 meter. Yes, its height is 8,848 meters. So now children, tell me which is the highest mountain peak of the world is? Yes, it is Mount Everest, which is in Nepal. And what is its height? It is 8,848 meters high. So how many mountains peaks are present in this Himalayan range? Yes, out of 10 highest mountain in the world, 9 is present in the Himalayan range. Children, our next topic is division of the Himalayas. According to the height of Himalayas, Himalayas are divided into three categories of Himalayas. The Himalayas consist of 3 mountain ranges that run parallel to each other. Means according to the height, mountains are divided into 3 categories, but they run parallel to each other. So first one is the Himadri or the Greater Himalayas. First one is the Himadri or the Greater Himalayas. And the second one is Himachal or the Middle Himalayas. And the third one is the Shivalik or the Outer Himalayas. So these are the 3 division of Himalayas according to the height. So what are the 3 Himalayas according to the division? First one is the Himadri or the Greater Himalayas. Second one is the Himachal or the Middle Himalayas. And the third one is the Shivalik or the Outer Himalayas. These are the categories of Himalayas according to their height. But the mountains, these Himalayas, are run parallel to each other. So now we will learn one by one about these Himalayas. So first we are going to learn about the Himadri or the Greater Himalayas. Children, the Himadri or the Greater Himalayas is the highest of the three ranges. Now you know the Himalayas are categorized in three ranges. So first one is the Himadri or the Greater Himalayas. So it is the highest of the three ranges. It consists of all the highest peak. Because it is the highest, so it consists all the highest peaks. Most peaks in the Himadri remains permanent covered with snow. So it is the highest range, so it is always covered with the snow. Kanchenjunga and the Annapurna are the two of the highest mountain peaks of this range. So what are the two highest mountain peaks of this range is, first one is Kanchenjunga and the second one is Annapurna. Children, do you know which is the highest peak in the India? Yes, now I'm asking about the highest peak of India. So the highest peak of India is Kanchenjunga. Yes, Kanchenjunga is the highest peak of India. It is about 8,586 meter. Its height is 8,586 meter. And children, tell me which is the highest mountain peak of the world? Yes, Mount Everest is the highest peak of the world. And what is the height of Mount Everest? It is 8,848. And what is the height of Kanchenjunga? Kanchenjunga is 8,586 meter and Mount Everest is 8,848 meters. Children, because it is covered with the snow, these peaks are covered with the snow, so it is the sources of many rivers. Yes, several rivers such as Ganga, Yamuna, Brahmaputra, Indus, Satluj arises from the Himadri or the Greater Himalayas. They arises from moving sheets of ice because these mountain peaks are covered with always with the snow, covered with the glaciers. So they arises from moving sheets of ice called glaciers. And the Ganga started from the Gangotri glacier. So Gangotri is the glaciers from where Ganga start. So now children, tell me which is the highest mountain peak of India? Yes, very good. The Kanchenjunga is the highest mountain peak of India. And what is its height? Its height is 8,586 meter. And which is the highest mountain peak of the world? Yes, Mount Everest is the highest mountain peak of the world and its height is 8,848 meter. Children, here you can see the picture of Kanchenjunga mountain and the Annapurna mountain. So this is the picture of two highest mountain peak of India. Then next category of Himalaya is the Himachal or the Middle Himalayas. Yes, the next one is The Himachal or Middle Himalayas. Children, the Himachal range lie to the south of Himadri range. So it is lie to the south of the Himadri range. Now you know the Himadri is the highest greatest Himalayas, and the Himachal range lie to the south of the Himadri range. The mountains are not as high as in Himadri range because the mountains are very high in Himadri, that's why it is the greater Himalayas, but the mountain of Himachal or the middle Himalayas are not as high as in Himadri range. This range consists of forest, covered mountain range and fertile and beautiful valleys. Fertile means here the people can grow crops, are growing crops, and covered with the forest and beautiful valleys. Valleys, now you know, the lowland between the hills or the mountains. We have learned in the previous chapter. So some peaks are covered with the snow throughout the years. In this, only some peaks are covered with the snow throughout the years, but in Himadri or the greater Himalayas, the mountains peaks are always covered with the snow throughout the year. Here the peaks are covered, but some peaks are covered with the snow throughout the years. Now people live in hills towns such as Mussoorie, Shimla and Darjeeling, or in valleys such as Srinagar, Nainital and Kangra. So it is the fertile mountain and with the beautiful valleys and covered with forest. So people live in these hills towns such as Mussoorie and Darjeeling, or in the valleys such as Srinagar and Nainital. So here you can see the picture. People build their houses in the hills, in the mountains. So what are the examples? Here you can see Mussoorie in Uttarakhand. Here you can see the picture of Shimla in Himachal, and the valley, the example of valley Nainital in Uttarakhand. Children, the next range of Himalaya is the Shivalik or the outer Himalaya. Children, the Shivalik is the southernmost and the lowest range of the Himalayas. Now we have learned the highest range is Himadri or the greater Himalayas, and the middle one is Himachal or the middle Himalayas, and now Shivalik is the southernmost and the lowest range of the Himalayas. The slope of these Himalayas are covered with the thick forest. The area at the foothills of Shivalik range is called the Tehri region. Children, these outer Himalayas or the Shivalik range receive heavy rainfall and the land is very fertile. Children, due to the deforestation in Shivalik and the Tehri region for wood and the farmland has destroyed many of the forest, and due to the hunting of animals, government has made several protected forest areas such as the Corbett National Park and the Kaziranga National Park. So these are the two example of areas, protected areas, which is made by the governments to protect the forest and the animals from, to stop the deforestation and protect animals. So these are the three categories, are the three ranges of Himalayas. So what are the three ranges or the categories of Himalayas? First one is we have learned about the Himadri, or which is also known as the Greater Himalayas, and the second one is we have learned the Himachal or the Middle Himalayas, and the third one, which is the lowest range of mountain, is Shivalik or the Outer Himalayas. So now you can see the picture of Corbett National Park, which is in Uttarakhand, and Kaziranga National Park, which is in Assam. Now, importance of Himalayas. So what are the importance of Himalayas? The Himalayas act like a wall on our northern border and protect our country from enemies. We have seen in the map, it works like a wall on our northern and northeast part borders, and it protect our country from the enemies. They also protect us from the cold wind blowing from the Central Asia. So here you can see in this map, so these wall which are present, mountains which is like a wall, they protect us from the wind which is coming from the Central Asia. So it work as a wall to stop the wind which is coming from the Central Asia. The Himalayas stop the monsoon wind from going further north and thus bring heavy rainfall to the northern plain of India. And also it also stop the monsoon wind to go out from the country, to go out from the India further towards the north. Thus it bring heavy rainfall in the northern plain of India. Then the forest in Himalayas range are home to several wild animals. They are also a source of wood, medicine and other useful things. Then several rivers we have learned in the Himadri or the Greater Himalayas. It is a source of many rivers like Ganga, Brahmaputra, Yamuna, Indus. So it is from here several rivers originated in Himalayas. They provide us water and make our land fertile. Over that many dams built. These rivers provide us with electricity. So by the using of the water of these rivers, we made electricity. So many dams are built over the many rivers to produce electricity. So children, what are the use of or the importance of Himalayas? The Himalayas act like a wall which protect us from the neighbor countries or from the enemies. It also protect us from the wind which coming from the Central Asia, because it act like a wall. The Himalaya also stop the monsoon wind from going further north from our country towards the north, and it's bring heavy rainfall to the northern plain. And the forest in the Himalayan region are the homes of several animals, and they also source of many wood, medicines and other useful things. And from here several rivers originate, and the water are very useful for our land for the fertile. So many dams also built over the many rivers to produce electricity. So So children, for today your homework is you have to learn about the mountain ranges and the importance of Himalayas.